Hi, my name is Hannah Cordes, and today I'm going to discuss my RLM project. I've always felt that I've grown up around strong leaders in the community and at home. My aunt is a great example of a strong leadership role. She is the vice president at a company called Human Benchmark Services in Fort Wayne, and I've grown up going on business trips with her, sitting in on some of her meetings, and also listening into conference calls, and this has been really great hands-on experience. I have also had experience working with the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, and we would work on projects with the mayor in the community. This has given me the ability to identify strong leaders in the community, and this is why I chose to interview Peggy Fisher. By interviewing Peggy, I found out that she is a servant leader, and today I will discuss how she uses the relational leadership model by being purposeful, empowering, and ethical in her job. Peggy started Dream Nest after she had stepped down from her role with Feed My Sheep after 18 years. She decided that she wanted to let someone else take on the leadership role that she had and really gain that experience that she had gained. She partnered with Dinah Burns, who is an event manager at Emmons Auditorium, and she has financially partnered with Hillcroft. In an article from Hillcroft, it talks about how their financial system works and also the donations and how that all works. This organization is about remodeling homes for kids with special needs and just brightening their life up as much as possible. They just recently finished their first remodel and they are working on their new one. During our interview, we talked about being purposeful, and a good example that Peggy gave about being purposeful is sticking to your mission statement. We also talk about this in the immersive learning project that I am in with Peggy right now. We do not want to stray away from what is the most important and what our goals are. We also talked about not just doing something for personal gain, but really just trying to help out that individual. And we talked about this also in our immersive learning group, so it's really great to see her do this in other groups, not just Dream Nest. Another way that she connects is empowerment. According to Kokemuller, an article written in 2017, companies and leaders have increasingly implemented empowerment because of its benefits of empowered employees. A reason she stepped down from Feed My Sheep was to empower other leaders in the community, and she wants someone to take on that role so they get that experience and they empower other leaders. She believes that others deserve leadership experience, so that may be in her group right now in Dream Nest or her organization, that she may let someone else take on her role eventually, or just give them some of the things that she's responsible for and just teach them. Also, an example of being purposeful or empowering is when she let the mom step in and have a say with the room that they were remodeling. She was a hoarder and she would get really stressed out and tell them to leave. And once Peggy empowered her, she let them work on the project and let them continue and just gave some really good insight on how the room should be set up. And it really worked out well. Another connection that she makes with the relational leadership model is being ethical. One thing that she talks about is her screening process with interviewing people for her organizations. When I interviewed with Peggy, we talked a lot about honesty and what it means to really be a good team, and that's also really important with being ethical, is knowing how to make a good team and be a good leader. Also, we talked about doing things for the good of the group and not just for your personal interest, and that also applies to ethics. So you just want to really make sure that you're not doing something just solely for your personal gain and make sure that it's also benefiting other people. Also, we talk about being held accountable. This is really important in organizations. Even if you mess up, it's just better to hold yourself accountable and admit what you did and admit that you messed up and then just try to work on that. Our interview was very insightful and she had some really good suggestions. The first suggestion that she had was to find your passion and really make a difference. She wouldn't have just found this if she would have just stayed in her organization. It's also about moving on and finding what really fits you. Also, research other groups and ideas from them and start your own organization if you can't find something that fits you. The most important thing that I learned from being a good leader is about producing other leaders by empowering and knowing when to step down. In conclusion, I learned about servant leadership and how Peggy connects to the relational leadership model by being purposeful, empowering, and ethical. Also, she said, if you are passionate about becoming involved with an organization, just go for it. Thank you.